Good afternoon, everybody. It's Eric Murdoch again here from the Hopper House. I hope everyone's having a good Friday. So, today we're going to be having our Open Alcoholics Anonymous. So, if you want to participate, you can always put your story in the chat. I'll be sure to respond to you. Um, Tonight, I believe we have a guest speaker. I forget if we do or not. But anyways, if you do want to participate, please feel free to message me in the chat. I will be here until we are done in the chat. So just a quick couple of reminders. Tomorrow, the 4th, we will have Jesus Fest here in town, hosted by North Faith Ministries at 2929 Waco Street. So if you have some kiddos, you want to come out for a good time, we'll be celebrating Jesus out there. Should be a bunch of mini games, some other ministries. It should be a good, fun family time. After that, on October 18th, we're going to be having our Fearless Fest, which is where we'll be decorating our trailers. It'll be kind of a Halloween theme. We'll have a bunch of mini games. Each trailer should have their own game. We'll be handing out some free food. There will be candy that they can win at the games. It should be a good, fun time as well for the family. So if you want to come out, learn how we have fun during sobriety, that will start at 5 o'clock on October 18th. So hopefully we can see you at either of these events this month, either tomorrow, the October 4th. I believe that starts at noon here at North Faith Ministries, or the Fearless Fest on October 18th, and that starts at 5 o'clock. The only other thing we have on our agenda currently is our baptisms in November. They will be on November 2nd. So if you want to come out, get baptized, or you know someone here at the Hopper House that's currently staying here that's getting baptized, we can always use your support in that time. We love to have any of the family and friends of all those being baptized to come out and celebrate their renewal with Christ with them. Other than that, I think the only thing that we do have going on, that's not an event, but we do have a toy drive going on. So if you want to come by, bring us some toys that we can put towards our toy drive. We'll be having a big box here in our community center. You can always drop it off on our porch, or you can give me or Ryan a call. Once again, Ryan's number will be going across the bottom of the screen, followed by my number. So if y'all have any toys or any donations or maybe some work that y'all need done around the house, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to get with you and either get your donation or have our ministry come out and do some work for you as well. And all those proceeds go towards our ministry as well. So my number is now going across the bottom right there. So you can call either me or Ryan if you have anything that you would like to donate, or just some task chores or yard work that you need done. You can always call Ryan. Sounds like they're starting to get going out there, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the cameras. So thank you guys for coming out and being a part of this. Remember, I will be in the chat the entire time, so feel free to chat with me if you would like. Y'all have a blessed evening. Enjoy the service.
Just a reminder, who you see here and what you hear here, that stay here.
Here.
Please keep profanities in a minimum for our spiritual principles. The donation basket will pass around to keep people in a set position. Contributions will go in, utilities, coffee, electricity. This is the preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share this experience, strength, and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting. Through our own contributions, AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, and does not wish to engage in any controversy. Neither endorses nor opposes any cause. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Ask a friend to read how it works. Come to Baltimore State.
My name is Craig and I am an alcoholic.
This is how it works.
Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. They are such unfortunates. They're not at fault. They seem to have been born this way, born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those who suffer from a grave emotional and mental disorder, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you have decided if you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any league to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. As some of these we balk. We thought we could find an easier and softer way, but we cannot. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on our old ideas to result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember, we deal with alcohol, cutting, baffling, power. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God, may you find him now. Half measures avail us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked for protection and care for complete abundance. Here are the steps we took. We're suggesting as a program of recovery. One, we admitted we are powerless over alcohol, that our life has become unmanageable. Two, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves is the source of sanity. Three, made a decision to turn our will and our life over care godless and understanding. Four, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Five, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact natures of our wrongs. Six, we are entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Seven, humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings. Eight, made a list of all persons we have harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, but said to do so would injure them or others. 10, continue to take personal inventory and you will wrong properly immediately. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying for only knowledge of His will and power to carry it out. 12, having a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps. We try to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles in all of our prayers. Many of us exclaim, "We're in order. I can't go through it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us have been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines in the principles we have set down our guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of alcoholics, the chapter, the agnostics, and the other personal adventures before and after make 3 clear primary ideas. A, that we were alcoholics and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could relieve us of our alcoholism. And C, that God could relieve us.
Thank you.
That's great.
Okay, I was trying to read the tradition.
I'm Howard, and I'm an alcoholic.
Howard.
24. The traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous. 1. Our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. 2. For our group purpose, there is but one ultimate authority, the loving God, as He may express Himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants. They do not govern. 3. The only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking. 4. Each group should be autonomous, except in matters affecting other groups or AA as a whole. 5. Each group has but one primary purpose, to carry its message to the alcoholics who still suffer. 6. An AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, thus problems of money, property, and prestige divert us from our primary purpose. 7. Every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. 8, Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. 9, AA as such ought never be organized, but we may create service boards or committees directly responsible to those they serve. 10, Alcoholics Anonymous has no opinion on outside issues. Hence, AA name ought never be drawn into public controversy. 11, our public relations policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. 12, anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities.
Okay, Robert, you can appear at the top. My name is Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Today I'm an alcoholic. 5825. The top is going to be on 152 at the very bottom. You're going to meet new friends in your own community. Near you, alcoholics are dying helplessly like people in a sinking ship. If you live in a large place, there are hundreds, high and low, rich and poor. These are future fellows of Alcoholics Anonymous. Among them, you will make lifelong friends. You will be bound to them with new and wonderful ties, for you will escape disaster together and you will commence shoulder to shoulder your common journey. Then you will know what it means to give of yourself that others may survive and rediscover life. You will learn the full meaning of love thy neighbor as thyself. So, the reason I picked this is because I opened the page and just put my finger down on it. This is actually the second one I chose because I kept reading. But man, it makes sense to me. I know a bunch of these topics can be interpreted. You know, we're all going to interpret these topics differently because we'll be down different paths. But the thing about it, being a community, it's all right that we interpret this book in different ways because whenever you get up here and speak, you testify on how you see it, and that paints a picture in my mind. I ain't never done it that way, or I've never been down that route, but you get up and paint your picture of what it means, and it makes me not want to go down that route. So it's coming together. That's we can help this sinking ship. Alone you can't survive. It's just not possible. I'll try to do it if you can. More power to you. But we need it. We need this brotherhood. Don't be getting stuck in your mind. There's things like homeless navigation, things like that that's set up for us so we can stay sober. But it also helps other people get sober too, and they need sober-minded folks like us to help them. But I'm not gonna listen to another addict unless he's sober. But that's all I got. I guess
Thank
I'll
you.
do popcorn. Start with Aaron.
I'm here to listen.
Here to listen. Can I pick some popcorn?
I got King Day 7/27/2025, and I'm not gonna lie. What the things right here?
152, yeah.
Huh?
It's on there. It's at the bottom.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm going through it, man. See, I'm really sitting on that line. You know what I'm saying? And it's really getting hard for me. I'm really fucking up in my head right now because I'm really about to. I feel like, man, sometimes I feel like I'm about to book right now. Like right this minute, I really want to book. You know what I'm saying? But I know what bucking looks like because I done that already. I relapsed one time. You know what I mean? And I seen everything that everything I worked so hard for, I seen it go, and I mean where it could have gone, and everything I had worked so hard to get. And right now, that relapse is like tugging on me to not fuck up right now, to not do that again. And so I really want to work hard as fuck, but like the community here is good people, you know what I'm saying? And that's another reason, you know, that I want to stay and be good, you know what I mean? But don't let like times like I'm going through right now, if you know when you know don't get, you know, don't fuck that up, you know what I mean? Don't. And then I gotta listen to my own words, you know what I mean? But you know, it says you're gonna meet those new friends in your own community near you. Helplessly, like people, and alcoholics are out there helplessly, you know, like a sinking ship, you know, and so that I gotta, you know, that's what's gonna keep me here is I don't want to be a sinking ship. So that's all I got.
Pick somebody.
Uh, one.
I'm just gonna listen. Get up there.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Pick somebody. I'll pick.
Hector.
One next.
Okay, cool.
What's up? Like fellowship? Education fellowship. What? Fellowship? Politics? Fellowship. Fellowship. Fellowship, I guess, means to share with each other. We never have shared very well. I'm learning. I love this place. It'll be a lot good. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here, but I'm enjoying it while I got it. Thanks a lot.
Think somebody hate you.
You. My name's Bradley. I'm an alcoholic. Hey, Bradley. I've been sober all day today. That has a lot to do with God and the liver to do with me. Man, all I know is if it wasn't for the fellowship, I wouldn't be alive today. Like, that's a fact, man. Brothers from the fellowship have saved me over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's amazing. You know, and I'll never forget them. I'll never forget that. So it's important. Fellowship is important, you know. You will be bound to them with new and wonderful ties, for you will escape disaster together, and you will commit shoulder to shoulder. I don't know, man. It's just all I know is this fellowship's important because without the fellowship and everybody sharing sharing something, then this don't work. You know, if we went to meetings, if everybody just I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna pass today, I'm gonna pass today, I'm gonna pass today, then nobody would get nowhere. You know, so sharing is more about giving back. Even if I just say my name and introduce myself and what I'm grateful for, because I don't know what to talk about. You know, so that's important. But that's about all I got. Anybody like to go? If not, we'll say hands up.
I'll vote.
All right, go for it, Nate.
Thank you.
Page 52,
152 at the bottom.
152 at the bottom. It says that we're going to meet. Okay, it says that you're going to meet these new friends in our community. I realize that now that everybody's healthy, you know, and it says on the page right here that we're going to meet these new friends in our community near you. Alcoholics are dying. And so I realized that not everybody is healthy, you know what I mean? In the community or just in life. So I hang out with people that are either like-minded or just pretty much going somewhere. You know what I mean? My sobriety and my recovery started here, and it started in the streets. It started when I came, when I entered here into the program. But a sinking ship, uh, that's something that I tug on. If I'm tugging on the wrong people, if I'm hanging out with the wrong people, I'm pretty much in the same boat. So not everybody here is healthy. So it's mainly somebody that's pretty much stubborn above me. It's pretty much who I have to chill with. You know what I mean? Hard to get to. That's pretty much it. And the sinking ship. This is like a safe haven for all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I'm 152. That's it.
Hey, Nick. Hey, you. Yeah, pick somebody, Nick.
It's somebody.
Name's Matt, I'm an alcoholic. Hey, Matt, it's for date 9/16/2024. This one right here where it says, then you will know what it means to give of yourself that others may survive and rediscover life. Kind of like what Mr. Bradley said was the fellowship. Fellowship to me is what this is right here in this room. Because you know what? We just can't do this alone. Like I said last night in the meeting, it's you never know who's going to come up here and they're going to say something that's going to really strike you, you know, and then you're going to realize, you know what, I haven't been alone this whole time. There's always somebody there who's been going through what we're going through. And their stories, when they come up here and they tell their story, or, you know, they just talk about how alcohol totally destroyed everything that they had, from families, jobs, everything, because that's what it did for me. Everything I had, I lost it because of my alcoholism. And I know today I don't want to ever go back down that road. I don't feel the need to have a drink anymore because I got my higher power and I do a lot of talking with him every single day. That's the first thing I do in the morning. Do my meditation and I do my prayer. Because I have to, in order to have a good day, I just need to kind of get my mind right and mindset. And at the end of the day, I empty out my cup. You know, whatever happened that negative that day, I leave it in the past because it's in the past. I'm not going to sit here, want to cry about it and dwell about it like I used to. But that's where the fellowship comes in, is because, you know, we can reach out to anybody in here. I know I can. You know, if I have a bad day, I'll just pull one of y'all aside. Same thing with y'all. Y'all want to talk about something, come holler at me. You know, that's what keeps us sober. That's fellowship. That's all I got.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Howard.
To me, this topic, the fellowship, the people you grow close to, that you look at them and you see how good they're doing, and when somebody relapses, it takes a little bit of me with it, because I wonder what I could have did or said to make it different. I take it one day at a time, and you know, every day's a little different, and everybody has different problems, and sometimes you don't see them, and it's too late by the time you find out that somebody's relapsed. But I've been fortunate to people who I really thought a lot about. When they did relapse, they came back here, except for one, and he's gone. And he had called me about an hour before he committed suicide. And I wondered what I could have did to stop it. It weighed on me for a long time. I don't want to see anybody go and get that depressed. The people who I care about, they know who they are. I care about everybody, but there's some that I look out for a little more than others. Some of them need to be looked out more than others. And, if there's something really weighing on you and you want to go out and use, talk to somebody first. Talk to your sponsor, talk to your roommates. Get it off your chest, empty that cup. That's all I got.
Thank you. Ryan,
What's up, y'all? I'm Ryan. I'm an alcoholic.
Ryan.
Been in recovery since April 14th of 2020.
Congratulations.
Here at the end it says, "Love thy neighbor as thyself." And I want to talk really on that. I had to learn what I'm about to talk about here the hard way. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Whenever we relapse, whenever we go back out, we don't want to be treated as we're less than. We want to be treated as someone that has a disease. Not that we're special, but that we need help, because that's the truth. And sometimes, especially in a place like this, it's difficult to do that whenever you see it happening a lot, because it's easy to get mixed up in is somebody trying to manipulate the system or not. And I went into town today and I saw two people, one right after the other, that they both came into the facility and they both left. One's been here multiple times and it just didn't work out. And I didn't love them on the way out. I didn't show them that they could come back. I made it difficult for them to leave and come back. I didn't make them feel safe in leaving. And one especially, the other one not so much, but one definitely. And I know that if I hadn't have done that, there would have been more of a chance, because they wouldn't have gone down the road so hard, I believe, that they had gone down. And that's what I'm really talking about there, loving each other on the way out. Whenever we relapse, we don't need to look down on each other. We need to show each other love and support, maybe distance ourselves from those that relapse. Maybe that is the best type of love we can show, but it doesn't need to be a hard disconnect. It needs to be something soft and respect as best we can, because love, it's something that it's not forceful, and I've had to learn that the hard way. But love thy neighbor as thyself. That's what we all want.
Right.
William, you want me to hey?
I'm Eddie's buddy. I'm not alcoholic. I feel good. I'm just about there on my 30 days. It's been a blessing. Fellowship with sober people. Never heard of it. It's an awesome thing once your mind is clear, and meeting people that are sober is an awesome thing. Where I come from in Plano, word is getting around that I'm sober, and my phone's ringing. People are proud, and it's all God, but it's me that wants it, and it makes me feel good because they're sober. And of course, I still have friends that aren't, but the people that are sober have been sober for a long time. And I've traveled on that sinking ship for a long, long time. And I'm blessed and thankful that it never did go completely under. I'm glad to be here, and I appreciate everyone.
I'll pick somebody.
Ruben, alcoholic addict, clean date of 4/6/25. Just taking it one day at a time. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll pick somebody.
Chris,
I'm John,
Yeah.
recovered alcoholic.
Hi, John.
It's been really hard for me. Always been a loner, but hard for me to associate with people. Always been a loner. But, I was in a sober living house in Houston. I got out this time, but we didn't have no support. Didn't have no communication or nothing there. I just got to the point I didn't feel comfortable. And I would tell my older sister about it. I'm from San Andreas. I had a shop here, but I had all the wrong people coming up and hanging around my shop. Caused me to get violated and lose everything I had. But come yesterday, I've been here 10 months. I came a long ways. Learning to get up and speak to people, try to help everybody I can, open up, and just try to help everybody I can. And it's been really good. Just had Howard said, just since I've been in the last 10 months, I have been a lot of good leaders here, been a lot of good people here. Relapse. And really touched my heart when they did, a few times I went down and cried, because it really helped me to see them relapse. But some of them came back and done good again. I just thank everybody. I thank Brian, Chris, for everything they're doing, It helped me a lot. I'm still growing. I thank the good Lord for everything He blessed us with. I just thank you and everybody. Whoever want to get up and speak, I leave up to you. And it's a good place. You work it, and go work for you. Thank you.
My name's Robert. I'm an addict. On the date of July 19, 2025, fellowship, that's crazy because it's one of the real reasons I came to this place. Because in my past, I thought I had real friends, but turns out they were just there for the things I could give them, you know what I mean? Because I'm cool, my true addiction is helping people. I know that's crazy to say, and I was told that that's not a real thing, or addicts can't help somebody genuinely. But I grew up on the streets. My mom and dad went to jail when I was real young. In and out of CPS homes. My first home was real messed up. I ran away and was living on the streets from 14 all the way up to 19 until I was old enough to get a job. And by then, I was so lost in the way that I thought I just didn't know anything else. But fellowship, man, these people I was hanging around, they just kept dragging me back to that life and back to that life. Because every time I'd start to do good or get a job and start to get a place, somebody would show up and be like, say, man, I need some help doing these things or getting rid of this, and it dragged me right back into life. My family, mom's a drug addict, dad's a drug addict, brothers are drug addicts, in and out of prison their whole life, my whole life. So it's just been a struggle, man, and fellowship is real important, real true fellowship, because when I went to prison, none of these people looked out for me. All these people I helped, they just forgot about me. So real true fellowship is real, and that's what you need to find, because I'm starting to learn that being around this community and these people, that it can be real, and there are people out there that's not just trying to use you or give what you got for them, and actually be there to help. And it's just a crazy feeling. I don't exactly know how to feel about that yet, because like I said, I'm just so used to people trying to use me for what I can give them, and I've let them do it my whole life. So I'm just trying to change that a little bit, not give up on people or stop helping them, but understand when they're just trying to use me or if they're actually genuinely need help. Thank y'all.
All right. So something that was kind of bothering me, yesterday when I chose not to speak, I feel like it was kind of a little narrow-minded of me. Not at least say that I am grateful for. There's just a lot of good going on in my life, so I should at least acknowledge that. But anyhow, so like the fellowship or like having like a team or support, people that have your back, that's something that is really like cool to have in life. I did a lot of stuff on my own in my addiction, and it's just good having genuine, good-hearted people around me, and it helps me out a lot. Because being around native, they say like birds of a feather flock together, or whatever. So it's probably not very good. So, but anyhow, that's all I got.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. Josh.
My name's Joshua. I'm an addict. I'm an alcoholic addict. 5/1/25 is my sober date. To me, the different type of people that I'm around now, to me, that's all new. I'm used to the people that use you, the people they're around because what I got in my pocket or what I can give them. And I've learned, like, from this time I came back, I've been more serious than I was last time. And I mean, it's not been once or twice or 3 times, but people, I go to do something and people stand up and they're willing to help me do whatever I love. Like yesterday, Bradley went with me somewhere to get community service, but it could have been really crazy real quick because Bradley was there and me not wanting to live that life. It helped, and I never wanted help from anybody else. I've been a loner all my life. I did a lot of time in addict save, and I got so used to Joshua. The hardest thing for me was learning that Joshua can't control everything. When I learned that Joshua's not in control, Joshua's not running nothing. Because everything that Joshua does runs his head into the wall. I get another TDC sentence, I go back to prison, I go to ISF, and then the cycle starts all over again. That's all I have.
Thank you, Joshua.
How y'all doing? They call me James. So when it comes to fellowship for me, it's really interesting because I do believe my journey started with not fellowship with God and just who I was in His eyes. Once I started learning more about God, that's when I realized that God was in the temple, and in the Bible it speaks that your body is the temple, and you're supposed to build that temple. And so I really had to do some research into that, and it involved a lot like dieting and exercising and prayer and meditation. And once I started to do those things, that's when I realized the fellowship, not to hurt anybody's feelings, but it wasn't with you guys. It was with God first. Because I had to place God in the center of that. And the moment I placed God in the center of that, then He allowed me opportunities just like this to speak and to share and experience strength or hope. It was when I realized that every time I was in a low point or anytime I needed help from somebody, It was a thinking process that thought, okay, well, I'm going to go ask this person or this person or this person or this person. Well, all those people got tired of hearing the same thing. Guess what? Help went away. You know, there wasn't help anymore. It's because I was basically seeking out somebody else to do my dirty work for me. You know, I wasn't willing to sit down and have a fellowship with God at that time. But the more and more I became willing to have that fellowship with God, and the more and more I decided to take that step forward to change my life, is when I realized the people that are also changing their life were already there. You know, I didn't have to go looking for them. And every time I went looking for something, it was kind of like I was going backwards. You know, because how can I look for something if I hadn't took the step yet to change my life to begin with? So that just means I was looking for people in the same situation as I was. And how can I carry your burdens if you're going to carry mine? You know? Another thing it talks about in the Bible about fellowship is that Jesus saves. Regardless of what you do, how you are, who you are, what you do, doesn't matter. He saves you. He gave his life to save you. So that means Jesus gave us safety. And if any of you guys don't feel safe, then you should really read into what Jesus actually had done for us. And the way he fellowshiped was rather amazing. He fellowshiped so well and so good. You know what they did? Other men, whatever it was, got jealous, or I'm not sure what exactly they did, but they killed him for it. Because he could do things other people couldn't. You know, I know a lot of people that go out there and they'll see somebody driving in a nice car. Next thing you know, envy and jealousy and, you know, other things pop up in their mind. And you got to realize that's how the devil attacks you. He attacks your mind. You know, he wants you to sit here and be all in your head, sitting, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or this person can't help me, or I did this for this person and now they owe me something. That's all garbage. You know, tell Satan to get behind you. That's how you handle it. And the moment you start taking that fellowship with God and you start attempting to change your life, like most of you I see are, which I'm not trying to judge, I'm just saying, I'm here with you right now. So we're all obviously going in the right direction. Whether you choose to think it or not, you are. But the moment you start sitting there backsliding and thinking in your mind, that's when Satan creeped open the door and said, hey, guess what? I have your head now. You know, if you start craving dope or you start craving drugs, come on, man. Did you forget where you're at? You're in a place where we can fellowship with God. And they say where two or more are present, he is there. Come on with it now. So if you're sitting in your room and you're alone and you got all these thoughts going in your head about you can't do something or you're worried about your past creeping up, how is your past going to creep up on you? Look at where you are now. And in 20 minutes, you're going to be in your future. The past is done with. It's all your sins are forgiven and it's written. And what is written is law. You can't change that. I can't change that. So who are you to sit here and tell yourself all these negative things and thoughts and just let something pick at your mind and prick at you and make you feel like you're less than what you are? You know how much strength it takes to walk through that door and admit you have a problem to begin with? Do you have any idea what type of man it takes to throw down everything they ever had in their life and step toward a future? That takes a man. It doesn't take a broken person. That takes a strong person to do that. So every single one of you in here today are very, very strong. The devil wants you to think you're broken. He wants you to think you're this big when you're not that big. You are much greater than what any of you may think you possibly can be. And you can't say you're not, because I sit back and I observe, and every single one of you are capable of putting a smile on each other's face, no matter what you're going through. I mean, come on, that's fellowship right there. That's God working through you to remind you, hey, just listen to yourselves. Listen to yourselves talk when you're in communion with one another. You know, you're going to sit here and say that there's no hope or you want to relapse. You know what? Stop saying it. The more and more you think about it, the more and more you give power to your words about negative things, the more and more they become apparent in your life. I mean, it makes me so angry to even just. That's what the devil does, though.
Thank you, Jay.
You know, he tries to make you angry. Well, that's all I got.
Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
I'll go.
Jam Mag, Junkie, 22325. Yeah, this is a serious deal. I recovered. But you know what I want to do right now, besides being in here? I'd love to be at a keg party at Texas A&M right now. Love it. But in all reality, guess what? It's not going to happen. Dwell on it for about 2 minutes.
let it go. So ain't gonna happen. The way I see my recovery is every day I wake up, thank the Lord I'm here because this is a good place. I don't know if you've been to Ben Reed, if anybody out here been to Ben Reed in Houston, that's a shithole.
Yeah.
This place here, all those places in Houston and all these other little, like Memento, whatever, I've never been there, but this place is it, man. I mean, out of the halfway houses I've been to, this is, I mean, they give you structure, they give you a little bit of leeway to do what you want to do. I mean, hang yourself, whatever you gotta do. But I thank myself every day that I'm here, and I said, I'm not gonna get higher or drink or whatever today. I might have a thought about going to A&M, have one of those parties for tomorrow's football game. But now I go to work. I don't think about any of this shit at all. None of it. Addiction, prostitution, none of it. So I come to these meetings, and then it starts in my mind again. The relapse, the do this, to feel bad for people, this, and that. I don't want to be in these meetings, period. I mean, because they make me think about my past. It's no good. I'm not thinking about my future, really, because I'm in this opportunity right now, or this moment. And then when I get out of it, I don't think about it anymore. I'm done. Forget about it. Done. Next morning, get up, do the same thing. And the only time I think about the relapse and recovery and all that is in these meetings. Some people, it might help. Me, it brings back hard feelings, and I don't like it at all. It's hard for me to just be in here and just, I'm a junkie. I got to drag this dead horse around with me again today. I got to bring it in here and show you guys what it looks like after, so many months. I'd rather just get up, thank God I'm here for this place, do my work, and continue on my day and not think about this part of my problem. Because if I don't think about this problem, it's not a problem. And that's where I'm at with it. And I'm trying to get away from the problem. Like, I don't want to be it anymore. I mean, so hopefully in about 2 more weeks, I only got to do 4 of these meetings a week. I mean, I'm getting down, so I have to keep thinking about this problem constantly. I'm keeping busy, I'm keeping my mind focused. If I go play golf when I want to, but I'm too busy working and doing these meetings, can't play golf, can't keep my mind busy. So I'm stuck here with this problem. There's nothing I can do about it. I talk about it and tell you guys, the only way to really get around it is fix your mind, turn it around, and don't think about it. Don't feel a pity party for yourself and all that shit. I mean, the worst case scenario, if you have suicide, it is a problem. But just don't go down that road. Fix your mind to be like, I'm not doing this today. And don't think about it anymore. That's all I got, man.
We have time for a couple more. Want to pick somebody?
Pick somebody, someone down. Pick somebody.
Shoot, I don't know who hasn't gone. Frederick? Frederick, you want to run? No. No. Anybody want to go?
I go.
Armando.
And then,
Over here, 1225. To me, fellowship is y'all. We all have something in common. I in the world when I was really depressed, I really needed somebody to talk to, not even my own family, because they didn't know what I was going through. But since I've been here, I don't know everybody personally, but the ones I do hang out, talk to, instead of putting me down, they lift me up. I didn't get that out there in the world. Not even from my own brothers or sisters. So to me, I mean, we all, like I said, we all have almost the same situation. We're addicts, drunks. We done a little bit of everything. We're all in the same boat, trying to get better. And it does really help. You believe me, this is my first rehab. This is the first time I ever spoke out to anybody like this. But it does help talking to each other, lifting each other up. Out there all being negative, you're just a fucking drunk. I thought I was a good drunk, I worked to pay my bills. But anyway, I mean, I appreciate everybody here.
I pick somebody.
I pick all.
Hi guys, I'm Noel, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm from 18 to 25. I mean, I ain't got much to say, and I don't really know about fellowship, bro, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I would like to get to, you know what I'm saying, like know more knowledge about that, you know what I'm saying? And, so I'm glad to be here, you know what I'm saying? Because I seem like a bunch of black people, you know what I'm saying? And I hope I can teach me a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Have to, you know what I'm saying, to not be an alcoholic no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still young and just, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get my life together, so I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. Gonna pick somebody? Your point.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know her name?
Chris.
Hey,
I'm Chris. Man, hey, Chris. You know, fellowship for me is like more motivation. Because when I was out there in the street doing drugs or whatever I was doing, I was looking at other people for comfort and feel about, you know what I'm saying? So when I come to fellowship with dudes who've been through the same struggle as me, it made me feel better, it motivated me to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? So I encourage everybody around just, you know, find somebody you can you know, vibe with, and you know y'all on the same page, and just, you know, look at them motivation, they motivate you, right? That's all I got to say.
All right, great. We have time for a few more. Want to pick somebody?
Jealous?
Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe.
Get right away.
Man, my name Craig, man. I'm an alcoholic, man.
Hey, Craig.
Alright, man. So, yeah, I got my shoes off. Okay, so the first time I was here, first time I ever came to the Hopper House, at first I heard a lot of bad things. So I went to Journeys when I first got out. And everybody man said, man, and you know, they're like, you know, oh my oh shit. So I went on the web and I started checking it out. I see Chris Hopper, I'm like, oh shit. So he my type of people. So I get here, man, and the first time that I ever felt real fellowship is when the group of men that I met in Ryan's room back in 22. And man, it was so exciting, man. You know, we went out to play volleyball, we was going bowling, we went to the movies. I mean, we went to baseball games, and it was just so much to do, and being sober to do it, right? So I thought I had it all figured out, and so I left. And when I left, I became anti-social. I didn't want to interact with people. You know, I wasn't connected anymore. Came back again. There were some issues that had went on, especially the death of my brother and my family. Chris was the one that told me, and I felt like it was time for me to leave. That happened. Ron was out there. A lot of other brothers from the community was out there, and they all put their hands on me, you know, the right way. And being stuck in that anger, I felt like I wanted to everybody just to move away from me. You know, let me be. So I got in my car and I hit the highway. I almost hit my car over. And I turned around, I came back. And I crossed him. And the fellowship, the brothers that was out there, they stayed out there that whole night. They wouldn't even let me leave. I destroyed my room. I thought Chris was going to kick me out, and he did it. And I felt like it was time for me to leave the fellowship. So I left. And I've always left the right way, you know. But Have the rent was paid up, where you can leave. When you say invest in yourself, you invest in yourself. But that's when my life became unmanageable, when I thought I was ready to make a commitment that I was not making. Step 3, it says we understood God. We understood God. So we're making a commitment. Step 3 is a commitment. And I felt that commitment. Every time I try to make a commitment, I feel that I'm getting into social again. The day that I had left the apartments and I wanted to go get my own place, just because you got your own car, you got your own apartment, you think that you're going to make meetings and you make those certain meetings, but you're not staying connected with the people and you're not following, you're in a meeting, but you're not paying attention to what's going on in the meeting, right? And you're not grasping anything from it. You're not getting anything out of it. And that's where I felt that my life became unmanageable again. I knew right there from thinking about it, hey, I got an apartment, I got a car, I got a job, but I have no connection with my fellows. I'm not taking my personal inventory. I'm not calling my sponsor. I'm not supposed to be calling my sponsor. But I have all these things, right? And I still felt insanity. And Ryan actually told me what insanity really meant. And it means not being whole. I was never whole. Even back then, I was never whole. There was always something that I tried to place it over with. If it was either money or buying new things or picking up again or grabbing this long week of sobriety time and not keeping it at all. You could be sober, but spiritually clean is something different. And I'm just going to bring it to the table, man. That insanity is no more power. It has no more power. And I am managing my life right now because I'm in these meetings and they're asking me something from each and every one of them. So if y'all want to talk, if I have something to talk about, I'm gonna come up to you. You may not want to talk to me, but I'm gonna still come up to you. So, that's Craig for you.
I want to thank everyone who shared tonight. I asked Brian to do the chip.
What's up, y'all? I'm Ryan. I'm an alcoholic.
You're right.
Good. Been in recovery since 8/14 of 2020. Just a few minutes longer than last time. Oh, liquor box is breaking. Here we go.
That's one for you.
All right. So in AA, a chip is more than a token. It's a symbol of courage, change, and laughter in recovery. Each coin celebrates one more step away from alcohol toward freedom. The white chip or the silver chip, the desire chip. Is there anybody that would like to claim a white chip? This chip won't keep you sober, but it'll keep you one more day. But it may keep you from drinking. Anybody? 24 hours? Anybody else? All right. 30-day chip, 1 month chip. You've made it through today. Let's see about tomorrow.
Is that just sobriety chip or that's a...
No, it's sobriety. Yeah, today's AA. Okay, somewhere. 60-day chip, 2 months. 2 months. Your liver is writing thank you notes. It's nice and orange. All right, 90 days, 3 months, a whole sober year. A whole season sober. I don't know how to read. A whole season sober. You've changed more than the weather. 6 month chip. Wait, skip some. 3 months. 4 months. Anybody? Anybody got 4 months? 5 months. 5 months. What do you want? Just for you. Oh, that's 1 month. Oh, that's good. Oh, one bag of time.
Well, my name is Jacob. I think for me, it's just like staying in the program, talking to my fellow person around here. I think that's what's keeping me sober right now.
Thank you, Jacob. All right, anybody else 5 months? 6 months, half a year sober, Your proof that the program works. Somebody somewhere. 7 months. Somebody somewhere. 8 months. Somebody somewhere. 9 months.
Good little baby.
You're sober longer than most diets last. 10 months. Somebody somewhere. 11 months. Somebody somewhere. Years go on board, so do multiple years. And then the relapse chip, the 10-minute chip. On the back says serenity to accept, courage to change, wisdom to know, and on the front says unity, service, and recovery, because that is what this is what this is all about. 10-minute chip. Anybody just starting out? All right. Well, if you're sober today, give yourself a higher power. Round of applause.
Thank you, Ryan. I asked one to read the Chronicles. Can you read the record?
If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past or wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and our outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and our economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we cannot do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises?
We think not.
We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work. Work.
Okay, just go to the chair, circle around.
Thank you for coming out to our open AA. Hopefully, you all enjoyed some of the stories, and hopefully, some of those stories helped you out some. We'll be doing this every week, Friday from 7 to 8 o'clock. So if you want to come out, join us. We're always here. So at 6545 Great Creek Road, if you need a meeting attend, we're always open. We have meetings every day of the week except for Sunday and Wednesday, where we have our church and Bible studies. So if you want to attend in person, you can. If not, on Fridays, we do stream it. And we also stream our Bible study in church. Our church is at 8:30 on Sunday. Our Bible studies at 7 to 8 p.m. during the week. So y'all have a blessed evening. Thank you for coming out and watching tonight.